The fat boys break up, now every day I wake up I'm seeing the regression going on inside of Jacob. Cause we our own ops like Russell with the Lakers. Should've sent us to the Heat, but the Lord will never trade us. Damn little man, I'm just trying to do me. Get it in before I sleep like my little brother Seed. Givenchy, flyest Jew you ever seen. You can't say what I say cause you ain't see what I seen. I don't want much, man, I have everything. A nice fly wife, a fly young king. So I don't worry about the hatred and drama they bring. I will reply, but I'm doing my thing.
All praises to the Most High. Happy Shabbat, which is called the Sabbath. We are here to edify our people, who are the blacks, who are the Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans. And I'm going to bring an introductory of our big brother, Christ. Was Christ really for the Israelites only? Or was Christ for everybody? We have to understand what Christianity done to our people. We have been brainwashed with a bunch of lies. So you have our people walking around here saying, what about the others? When we bring out and saying Christ is only for the Israelites. And we bring it proof by proof by proof through the scriptures.
That's right.
So, you see these little young boys up here? These little young boys have a better chance getting to the kingdom before you. Because of their innocence, and they're in order what God will want the young children to be in.
That's right.
Give me Matthew 18:6. Because this is a beautiful thing. Because instead of you seeing young men up here that are learning about the Bible, they could be out there selling drugs. They could be out there learning how to be a thug. They can be out here doing drive-bys. They could be out here trying to whore out these women. They could be out here locked up by the police, being escorted home with the police, being in handcuffs. But these young men is up here for the Most High. They understand the Sabbath is a day of rest. They understand that the Sabbath is where we're supposed to be connected to our Father, not connected to the world. This is where everybody seems to realize that we come out here just to be talking. Just to come out here, just to say like we know something and we just trying to act like we know everything. That's not why we out here. We out here to warn our people because we love y'all. Y'all take it, make it seem like we don't love y'all because we telling you to turn away from the lies. And we're speaking truth. But first and foremost, watch these young kids. Watch what Yahweh, which is Jesus Christ, say. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck.
So how can you offend these little ones? You can offend these little ones by showing them that it's okay to break the Sabbath. How can you offend these little ones? By telling that Jesus Christ is a white man. How can you offend these little ones? When you say that church is the day of worship on Sunday. How can you offend these little ones when you say that it's okay for them to eat pork? How else can you offend these little ones when you want to throw birthday parties and say it's okay? And the Bible discredit that. And the reason why you don't know, because you was raised just like these little ones, but in a different matter. You learned Christianity. So we got to bring out the first lie. The first lie. And this is him. Why our black people is so connected to these other nations, because it is. When you see this man right here, you mess around and look at him as he's your savior. And so when you see that, you care about the next man that looks like him. You want him to make it to the kingdom. When we say that our God is black, you go ahead and denounce it and say, so you trying to say it's a black heaven? Ain't that what you're trying to say? Our people get offended when we say that we got next in rulership. Because this white man told you that you were nobody and you shouldn't have no rulership. So this would piss me off. Because we out here every Saturday And we come to realize that we don't even care about our own God. We don't care about his son. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. We're going to bring out who Christ was for. Give me start off with 147 in Psalms. Because, hey, the truth got to come out. If not, then we all going to be set here to die. If not, then these young ones ain't never going to know who God is for. All right? Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He did what?
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So you got to understand that God, how he did that, he connected with Abraham, the man of many faith, the man of faith, the father of faith. And then while Abraham had a son, he had a son named Ishmael. Because once we always seem to realize when we're not doing what God tells us what to do, we fall off. Understand, Abraham fell off on that part. That just shows you that Abraham also disobeyed God. We got to understand, we disobey God still to this day, because this is what we do. We don't keep the commandments, or we do what we want to do. So when he had Ishmael, he in his mind, he wanted to give the covenant to Ishmael. But no, God said, you're off. It's supposed to come through Sarah. So now when you bear Isaac, I'm going to get the covenant. And when Isaac have his children, he's going to have a son named Jacob. And I'm going to get that covenant to Jacob, and which his name got switched to Israel. So from the beginning, God promised that he was going to do that. And he never broke his promise. He gave his covenants and his judgments to Israel. Read that again.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
So he showed his word unto Jacob, meaning the blacks, the Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans.
That's right.
This is who he showed his word to. This is the Bible we should be reading. He showed the Bible to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Yo.
All right? Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He showed it to Israel. Hey, brother. Hey, brother in the red. Hey, brother in the red. Hey, come here real quick. I'm not going to even ask you a question. Just want you to show. I want to show you something. I see you listening, and all praise to the Most High, because the word is definitely has to get out to somebody who need to listen, or to whoever far away listening. So we're going to bring this out again, and I'm showing you something for a reason. And first and foremost, by the way, my name is Micah Allen. Floyd, nice meeting you, Floyd. All right, so we just bringing peace, man. We ain't bringing no distress. We ain't bringing nothing. We just trying to bring the truth out. So, are you familiar with the Bible? All right, cool. Now, what'd you feel about it? You think it's so? You believe in it? Okay, sort of. All right, and that's fine. You know why you don't believe in it that much? Because this right here, brother, this is the one right here where you have a problem with the Bible. He's the problem.
That's right.
So I understand that. He's an issue when we think that this Bible is talking about him. We have an issue with that. But go back to where we at. I'm going to show you who God was dealing with only, and who was Christ dealing with only. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Hey, can you bring this up? Hey, can you bring that board up and face it to the brother? All right, go ahead.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
To what?
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Hold on 1 second. Can you give me the scripture where he got his name switched to Israel from the angel? Come. All right. Read that again.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So right here, God has showed his judgment to Jacob, and he showed his laws, everything to Israel. So why do we call him Jacob? Because Abraham's son, Isaac's son was Jacob. And when he had Isaac, God made a covenant with Isaac. And the covenant is the best thing that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can have. That means to rule the whole world and put the world in order. So right now, we don't have a covenant from a white man. We have a constitution that they've given us that they want us to abide by. But what is our constitution? A black man don't know where our constitution is at. It's in here. The constitution is written in here. But they use this as the imagery to make it seem like this has nothing to do with us. Has a lot to do with us. So we exposing this devil right now. But go ahead, read that one more time.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
So we about to find out who Jacob is. You got it?
You want me to start
Yeah, start there.
All right. Genesis chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
It's going to be called what? But Israel. God. So Jacob's name was changed to an Israel by dealing with a messenger, right? So when you think about, when you know who Jacob is, these are Jacob's children right here on this board, the 12 tribes of Israel. So my question to you though, brother, if you look at the sign, where do you see if you belong on the sign? Can you point it out? You don't see your name on here? Let me ask you this. All right. What's your so-called father? Was he a so-called African American? All right. So you're on the top. If your father is a so-called African American, then you are African American. Then your real name in the Bible is Judah. That's right. That's your real lineage, right? Instead of saying you're African American, you're calling yourself two slave masters. Last time I know, two men can't make a baby. You see what I'm saying? So you saying, I am Amerigo Vespuccio and Scipius Africanus. These are the guys that changed these names from here to Africa. I'm going to change this to America, which is Amerigo, the one that put his name in a stamp of approval, said, these people are my people. This is a slavery land right here. This land was given to the so-called natives and the so-called Mexicans. This is a so-called native. He's a Gadite in the Bible. See this right here? American Indians. Do you know the history that the so-called Indians were here, right? All right. So this was their land. So then the real God-given name is Gad. So when you open up the Bible, one thing you're going to understand, you would never find African American in the Bible. So guess what? It's meant to be that way because there's no such thing as an African American. So when you read the Bible, you're not going to see yourself in it. That's why you're like, this is a white man's book. What does it got to do with me? But what we're doing, we're bringing out the tribes of the people, who they really are in the Bible and who they are today. So a so-called Mexican brother, this is the Mexican brother right here. You see that brother right there with the hat on? Issachar, right? So right here, the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexican Aztecs. So you know, understand this. They were out here in Nevada. They also own California. They also Texas, all that. Mexico, they owned all that. They don't own none of that now because you got these heathens changed our names to God-given, changed the God-given names to heathen names. So when you call yourself an African American, you're calling yourself that I belong property to a white man. That's right. You see what I'm saying? See, this is why we out here to bring out the truth and to bring the truth in Christ. You got a precept? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So this is a cursed thing right here. God said that we was going to be an astonishment, a people of shock. Just by you sitting right here, you may be in shock like, I never knew that. This is what God already knows about us and what God was going to do to us. So he said it's going to be a shocking thing that we're going to find out we are not African, that we're not Israelites, we're African Americans. That's a shocking thing. So when someone's bringing that out to you, like, I never heard of that before. So also a byword. A byword is telling you that you are an African American, meaning they're going to change your name and your identity. They're going to even say that your nationality is black, and that ain't even a nationality. That's an object. That's a color. You see what I'm saying? Your shoes is black. Your skin, you can look down on the ground, your skin is the color of brown. It's evidence to show that we are the brown people of the earth, from different shades of brown. And a proverb is always saying these other nations say we love watermelon and chicken. That's our favorite food. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy that we believe these lies because this man right here, white Jesus.
That's right.
These white people out here, man, they have destroyed our minds. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. And give me Luke 1, verse 68. Okay, come. All right, so, hold on, matter of fact, hold that. Give me Deuteronomy 28. So first, verse 15. So I'm gonna deal with you right now, brother, because we out here for only our people. And this is who Christ died for, only for these people. So, but I wanna understand, I wanna get you to understand why this happened to us. Why do they call you a nigger? Why do they call you an African American? Why do they call all black people something that we really not, that's not shown in the Bible? I'm going to show you why these happen. Why is it black on black crime? Can I ask you that question? Why is it black on black crime? You don't know, come, all right? Hey, humble spirit, brother, it's going to be easy to deal with you because your ears is open. So we're going to show you. And just not hear what we're saying, do the research yourself. This is what it's all about. All right, give me 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
You got to do some.
All his commandments.
Just the 10 commandments.
All his commandments.
Go ahead.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Now, you know what the statutes are, man? What's, not the type of statutes that's sitting standing. These statutes are talking about laws. So we have commandments and we have laws and we have to have judgments. Why do we have to have judgments? Let me ask you, why do you think that God says we got to know his judgments? I hear you. We're unstable creatures. I'm with you. That's 100% fact. I like that. We are unstable creatures. So guess what? In order to be a stable creature, then these Israelites that God is talking to, we got to know how to judge the people and put them back in order. You see what I'm saying? So in order to put, you see stuff like that, that's out of order. That's why we out here, so we can put our people in order. So the understanding is we got to know God's judgments because we are the priests of the earth. We're supposed to be putting everybody in subjective. We're supposed to be judging the earth and putting everybody in line. But go ahead.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
One more time.
All these curses
Uh-huh.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said if we didn't keep the commandments, laws, or his judgments, we was going to have curses upon us. I'm going to show you a first curse. Give me the first, you already know. First.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed thou shalt be in the field. Before I give you the answer, what's your answer on that? What does it mean to be cursed in the city? Yep, going through a lot. You said what? Until you break the curses. That's right. I'm with you on that. Because you're right. The curse in the city, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we live in a cursed city. Trash everywhere, abandoned houses, gun violence, hate black on black crime, drugs. Kids can't even go in the park and have fun without seeing drug needles. You see what I'm saying? They can't even play basketball all the time in their own neighborhood because there's glass everywhere on the basketball court. So that's a cursed thing. And then it says curse in the field. Curse in the field represent we're the first to get fired, last to get hired. Matter of fact, it's a cursed thing that we are out here and we have to worry about if the police